Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on Arrow Season 7. And this is going to be my trailer breakdown, or the breakdown of the trailer for episode 18 for this season, otherwise entitled Lost Canary. But of course, before we get into anything else, let's actually watch that trailer.
Former District Attorney Laurel Lance is facing allegations of murder.
Need to focus on finding her.
I'm really sorry if you thought we had a friendship. It was all an act.
Arrow returns with an all-new episode Monday, April 15th at a new time, 9/8 Central on the CW.
So last episode was a pretty damn big episode. We had a lot of different reveals. We had the reveal that Emiko is apparently much higher in the ninth circle than we even thought. Well, we didn't even know it was the ninth circle, because the ninth circle was actually, for the first time in the show's history, name dropped. So it's revealed that, Dante's with the ninth circle and all this stuff's going on. Apparently Emiko is higher up. We saw Emiko flashbacks. Then we find out that Emiko knew about the plan to kill her dad on the Gambit, had the information, could have told her dad what was going on, but decided not to. And then, oh god, it was just pretty damn insane. Then we also had the hashtag Laurel exposed with, I think it was about a 7.5 minute diss track. I don't think it got to the full 8 minutes, but it was about 7.5 minutes of diss track going on there. It was just insane. So I really enjoyed last episode, even though for some reason some didn't. But in regards to this episode, episode 18, there's actually no synopsis as of yet. So I'm guessing that'll come out in like the next 2 weeks or something. But yeah, so we don't have anything in regards to that to go over. But of course, throughout this video, let me know in the comments section down below what catches your eye in this trailer. What are you looking forward to most from this episode? And just let me know your general thoughts on this video. Now, first off, this is actually, mentioned in the trailer, and it's on screen for basically the whole trailer, I think. But Arrow is on break until April the 15th. It comes back then. When it does come back, it will be back on an hour later. So if you're watching in America, usually it's on at 8 o'clock where you are. It'll be on at 9 o'clock now. So that when it comes back, and what will now be on when Arrow was on is Legends. So it'll be Legends, then Arrow on a Monday night in America if you're watching in America. So and that'll be the exact same way until the end of the season. So we have like a 3-week break of Arrow. So yeah, I guess you can catch up on some other shows. But yeah, let's jump into the trailer. So in regards to what we actually do see or do get to see in the trailer, we do, like, over the top of the trailer, hear a news report on Laurel and how she is facing these allegations of murder, which will most likely be brought forward after those photos with Diaz were brought up at the end of last episode due to Emiko sneaking those around and getting those to the people who could do something with them. Because at the end of last episode, they don't speak about murder, just that she's been, with Diaz and there's photos with her. So I'm guessing at the beginning of this episode, people will step forward because they've seen that, Laurel with the black wig and stuff like that, but we'll have to wait and see. It is interesting to note that the news report does say former District Attorney Laurel Lance. So it wouldn't surprise me if this episode opened with just a lot of stuff going down, like Laurel is just going to be swamped in negativity. And I should add a lot of bad stuff going down with Laurel, which will definitely push what she is going to do in this episode. So yeah, basically, I think Laurel's going to get dabbed and flossed on pretty heavily in the opening 5 minutes of this episode. So get ready for it. In regards to what she is doing in this episode, I did see a lot of people complaining that oh my god, they are making her a villain again and she's going to go around killing cops or something. When this episode, going by the trailer list, just looks like she is, doing the work of a vigilante, essentially. I think the issue that could come about here is that she is seeking revenge rather than justice, which in the minority of cases can be seen as the same thing, but most of the time there is a major difference between them. In regards to where exactly Laurel is throughout this trailer, I'm not 100% sure. It honestly looks like the exact same place that the Star City 2040 episode was filmed. Certain parts of it, they're just reusing that set. But I'm just going to assume and just going to guess that we are at random gang hangout number 7 or maybe number 8 for this episode in regards to this stuff with Laurel. But it does look like she will be kicking some ass in this episode, early on at least, which we're used to with Black Siren, I guess. So nothing too surprising there, I guess. Now, I did see a lot of people complaining about this whole story and motive for this episode for Laurel is completely random and just coming out of nowhere, and they quickly shoehorned it in the episode before. When in reality, last episode set this up perfectly. Yes, it set it up, and some people might think it's shoehorned in. But the entire season has been building up to this slowly. Laurel, this entire season, has been doing all this work to prove herself to everyone, to prove that she's changed, to prove that she's on the side of good. But still no one is trusting her outside of Felicity and sometimes Dinah. But it's usually just Felicity, because even Dinah last episode completely did a 180 on her. So she is basically embracing her inner Cartman and basically just saying, screw you guys, I'm going home. I'll let Cartman do it instead of me because I suck.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Now, later in the trailer, we actually do get to see a short snippet of Sarah Lance with Dinah. Now, Sarah is actually in her white canary suit, which is funny because she's never wearing that suit on Legends of Tomorrow, funnily enough. But I guess they don't really get into too many situations on that show where she would wear it over like another piece of period piece clothing or anything like that. So I guess she doesn't have to wear it on there, but anyway. Now, we knew Sarah was actually going to be in this episode when they were filming it, as Katie Cassidy did put a photo of herself, Katie Lotz and Juliana Hakavi up on Instagram, all suited up. But it is just nice to see some like confirmation of the character being in the episode in the trailer, just so the doubters and the haters can, basically, I guess, shut their mouths. It will be interesting to see how Sarah is drawn into this. My guess, and I think this is actually how it's going to go, is that Felicity maybe makes a plea to Sarah to come back and try and get through to Laurel, as, well, she would be like the last form of family that could get through to her. We do hear Laurel talking to Felicity in the trailer, basically saying that their friendship was just one big meme. So I'm guessing Felicity contacts Sarah after this and is like, yo, no one's getting through to her, please, because she's about to do some crazy stuff. So please, just do something. Now, honestly, I do think that Laurel will actually be like stopped and talked down by Sarah and Dinah like halfway through the episode. I don't think it's going to be like right towards the end. And she won't be killed like some people were saying in the comments for the trailer. Like, I thought it was a bit silly, but it really wouldn't surprise me if she went back to Earth 2 after this episode, seeing that she has not only lost her position as the district attorney for Star City, but also her reputation in general is just down the toilet, and the image of this Earth's Laurel Lance is destroyed by what Emiko did. So it wouldn't surprise me if this is actually Laurel's farewell episode. It might not be. I'm not saying it's 100% the case, but it just appears that it could come off that way. I just wouldn't be surprised if it is. And this could be the reason for bringing back Sarah, to give a proper farewell between the Lance sisters, even though they are from separate Earths in the multiverse. I actually think that would be a nice moment between the two if it were to happen, just because they actually didn't get to say goodbye properly, with the Earth 1 Laurel when she died. Sarah wasn't in that episode, so there wasn't a proper farewell there. But then again, neither did Captain Lance, so yeah. And also, a decent amount of people have noticed this over the past few weeks and have messaged me, stuff about this, and this sort of like ramped up once last episode ended and this trailer came out. But Katie Cassidy, who plays Laurel, did get a haircut. Like, she's got pretty short hair now and hasn't been in Vancouver where they shoot the shows recently. Like, she hasn't been seen there at all, which is a surprising thing. And she has been active on social media with just like no posts in the Vancouver area. So things do point to her maybe being done with Arrow for now. Maybe she could be in the finale. Who knows? But it just seems like she's moving along and is done with Arrow maybe. But if this was her last episode and they did end the Black Siren character right and, gave her a decent farewell, I don't think too many could complain in a vicious way. I mean, it's better than her being stabbed with an arrow and just bleeding out. So I'd rather them have some sort of... This could like be a complete redemption episode. Even though it looks like she's going a bit evil, this could be a redemption episode where she comes to terms with everything and she can go back to Earth 2 and just continue her life, even though on Earth 2 she's meant to be a criminal as well. But I don't know, just things point to her leaving. Now, just quickly in regards to Felicity, I did notice this, but why is she out in the field whilst she is pregnant? Like, she knows she's pregnant. It just seems a bit weird. Like, I don't know why the writers aren't realizing that, as it was like the first thing I noticed when she showed up in the trailer. I was like, what the hell? So I wonder if anyone will point that out. If not, sort of strange. Now, in regards to what the title star of the show, that being Oliver, he could be involved with the Laurel stuff in this episode, but I think they might keep that side of the episode for just the female characters. So it looks like what he will be doing in this episode is once again trying to track down Emiko himself or some stuff on her. Possibly trying to piece together things from the Ninth Circle or with the Ninth Circle and all of that and her role and with all of it and stuff like that. We do see Oliver with Diggle at various points in the trailer, snooping around various rooms and taking down a guy or two. Some people were really upset with the revelations from last episode with Emiko and the Ninth Circle, and I'm just sitting there like, really? I thought it was pretty damn good. The fact that Emiko had the chance, to warn her dad about the boat, which would have prevented him from dying and Oliver going on that journey that eventually made him into the Green Arrow, and she just didn't due to the way he treated her. I thought that was great. With the whole Emiko is like higher up in the Ninth Circle than Dante thing, it's quite a shock and sort of surprising, but also sort of confusing. But I want to see how that plays out and whether that is a fake out and there is a reason for all of that. Obviously, Dante has been involved with the Ninth Circle for a while, but Emiko hasn't just been there for a year or two. She's been there for it's been about 11 or 12 years since she let her father just jump on the boat and die. So, and we know that was a Ninth Circle involved activity. So over that time, she could have done a lot of things that could have earned her a lot of respect and moved her up the food chain of the Ninth Circle to the point where she is now. So I want to see more of that story in episodes to come, and hopefully this episode as well, before I make up my complete mind and say, yeah, it was amazing or it was a bit disappointing. I want to see it, play out, which I think everyone else should as well. But I am intrigued by it so far and looking forward to see where it goes. In regards to seeing where it goes, the Ninth Circle, I sort of hope they actually continue it into Season 8, just because Season 8 won't be able to have a big bad, because it's only got a 10-episode season. One episode of that is the crossover. So I'd actually like the Ninth Circle to continue on into Season 8, and they can wrap it up there. But maybe they take down Dante or something towards the end of this season, or at least eliminate some factors of the Ninth Circle, but maybe introduce a twist right at the end, which leading into the last season could be amazing. And if you've read the comics, you might know what twist they could bring in there, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with the Ninth Circle in regards to the end of this season and possibly the beginning of next season as well. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like and it shows support. Let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions on this video and the trailer. What are you looking forward to the most? And do you think Laurel's leaving? Do you think this is her last episode? Let me know in the comments section down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.